Hi everybody, and praise Jesus, another beautiful glorious day to rejoice in the Lord. So for today we will be continuing on peer pressure. We had introduced peer pressure in the last episode where we saw what is peer pressure, and we saw that peer pressure is pressure induced to a person by either friends, environment, or activists, social media, and everything. So for today we are going to see how to deal with peer pressure. Most of us, we allow ourselves to be induced into peer pressure, not knowing the consequences. E.g., you are a virgin. Your friends ridicule you for being a virgin, and they pressure you into engaging into sex before marriage. You agree, and the next man or the next guy or girl that comes to you, you decide to have sex with them. But chenye ujui ni ukishafanya hivyo unapata, let's say you get a disease. Now who is going to pay for the consequences? It is you, not your friends. Si wenye walikuambia uende ukafanya hivyo, ni wewe. For example, you decide to start taking drugs because all of your friends are doing so and they are finding you lame for not doing it. Wanasema wewe ujui vile mambo iko. Ati wewe sijui nini. But instead, this ends up hurting you because you become hooked up on the drugs, you drop out of school and everything. It may affect nani? Wewe. Most of the consequences of peer pressure affect the individual. Yes, kuna vile inaweza affect familia and everything, but mainly it will be a major put off for you. Kwa sababu it will affect you mentally, physically, socially, and even in terms of health-wise. Kwa sababu the moment you start engaging in drugs, you are killing yourself because you are destroying your inner organs and everything. In order for you to be able to deal with peer pressure, you have to be able to stand up with your rights. You have to acknowledge that you have rights. After all, we are all made uniquely. We are all human beings made in our own ways. And we have our purposes that we're supposed to fulfill in this world. So I'll be talking about a few remedies on how to deal with peer pressure or a few rights. So for the first one, I'll start with the right to be yourself. Always be yourself. Because the moment you try to be a copycat, that's where things go wrong. Kwa sababu hutawahi kuwa mtu, and hadi ukijaribu kuwa mtu, like, itakuharibu tu kabisa. You are a unique being, you have unique talents and abilities, so focus on making them, or focus on building yourself as an original, not a copycat. The second one is right to say no. Most of us tend to fear to say no because maybe we may think, what will our friends think and everything, but you have the right to. If something contradicts your values and your boundaries or pushes you against the wall, you have a right to say, no, I'm not going to do that. Even if everybody is doing it, doesn't mean that it is right. A sin will always remain a sin to everyone, and even in the eyes of God, even if everybody is making it so obvious and so like ati ni kitu normal. The third one is you have the right to be free from fear and guilt. Most of us peer pressure natubebanga juu tunakuanga na ile uoga ya like, what will my friends say? You have the guilt of like, what if my friends stop talking to me? What if watakuwa zileza like, huyu achana and everything. We are supposed to know that we are supposed to live with people who will make us feel special. We are supposed to live with people who will not let us do wrong things, people who acknowledge us, people who treat us the correct way. So the moment you see like your friends are in like wanakupush kufanya vitu zenye hutaki, wanakupush kufanya vitu zenye like they are contradicting your values, your morals, or your boundaries, you're not supposed to have fear or guilt of anything. You're supposed to just say no and accept the fact that they are not the right friends for you. Get out of that circle that is trying to ruin you when you're still young, or even when you're old. Get out from those people who are toxic friends. Get out of those toxic relationships that force you to do things that you're not willing to do. The other right we have is the right to protect our body. This is a very big thing because nowadays we care less about our bodies. Kwa sababu hakuna vile unaweza niambia you care about your body and you take drugs, you care about your body and you engage in sex before marriage, because that is like you are dirtifying your body a lot. Not only health-wise and everything, but also spiritually, because our bodies are the temple of the Holy Spirit. The moment you decide to dirtify yourself, it is going to be so bad. So you have the right to protect your own body, and by protecting your own body is by saying no to some things, saying no to what everyone is doing, even if it is wrong. Standing up on your own ground and building morals and values for yourself, creating boundaries with the people. The moment you create boundaries with people, people will start respecting you. People might think that you are just like ukona maringo and everything, but what people don't know is you're actually securing your future. You are respecting yourself, you are respecting your value, you are following your morals and values. And if anyone has a problem with that, they can leave. We are supposed to stand strong with our boundaries, because these boundaries are the ones that help us to mostly overcome things kama peer pressure. Ukiwa na boundaries, kuna vitu haziwezi kusumbua kama social media. If you see something trending, taking alcohol, evil, where as long as you know it is bad for your health, it is bad for you mentally and everything, and it can even kill you, there's no way you want to do that. So we're supposed to respect our bodies. We are also we have a right to build and create a good reputation for ourselves. Nikisema build and create a good reputation, I mean how people see us, and not the hypocrisy way. Kwa sababu kuna ile the hypocrisy where like people see you as good, but then kuna version yako ingine yenye watu hawajui. Only a few people know, like your circle. We are not supposed to live like that. We are supposed to live like your reputation. You're supposed to establish and protect your reputation. When you're establishing it, build a good foundation of it. Your reputation is something very important, kwa sababu it talks more about you, what people know about you. Kama reputation yako, when let's say for example kuleta wababa kwa nyumba ama kuleta wasichana kwa nyumba, then you have a very terrible reputation. You have built a very bad and disgusting reputation. We're supposed to establish a good reputation. Wacha watu wajue like you have boundaries, you have values, and you have morals that you follow. And anyone who tries to come and maybe cross your boundaries without your consent, or try to talk you or force you or push you against the wall to doing something that is really not, that goes against your morals, your values, or crosses your boundaries, you are willing to leave that person and cut off that person instantly. Because that is where most of us, like people, tunaangukianga peer pressure hapo. We are not willing to cut off the people who are pushing us to the limits of doing something that is against our morals, our values, and our boundaries. Hapo ndo huwa tunapotea, kwa sababu tunakuanga zile za like mimi sitaki kuacha kuongea na yeye, like he or she is my friend, like tumekaa naye for some time and everything. We are supposed to know that people who want good things for us will never push us to do something that will cross our boundaries. Kama mtu anajua like you don't acknowledge sex before marriage, like you don't drink and everything, if that person really cares about you or finds you special or treats you in a special way, huyo mtu hakuna vile ataikuambia kuhusu mambo ya sex before marriage. Hakuna atile time atakuja kuambia wewe sasa unajifanyanga sana ati sijui nini wewe hivyo. Hakuna ile siku yenye atakwambia sitone tukunywe hivi nini, kwa sababu anajua. And that is why it is very important to create values in our lives, and also to create morals and boundaries, kwa sababu the moment you have them, your life is also guided by them. Kuna vitu hutafanya kwa sababu unajua like it will affect you, italeta to disaster. And most of us, we tend to think that we are enjoying ourselves by also like kuwa na peer pressure, like tunakubali kuniniwa na peer pressure, thinking that we are enjoying ourselves, we are enjoying our youth, we are enjoying our lives. What we don't realize there, kuna vitu mbili sana that most of us hatujui ku differentiate. The difference between destroying your future and enjoying your youth. Just because you are a youth doesn't mean that ati ndo uenjoy maisha, ati lazima like you engage in sex before marriage, ati you engage in fornication. Si lazima ati you engage in taking of drugs for you to enjoy yourselves. There are other means of enjoying yourselves where you will not have to harm your future. Kwa sababu the moment you engage into those two, you are harming your future very well. Kwa sababu like you are destroying yourself. You are destroying your future, the future that God had planned for you. So we're supposed to know the difference, and also we're supposed to say no to peer pressure. And for this to happen, you have to cut off people who like try to push us a lot. So that's all I can say for today about peer pressure. Let's meet next time even as we continue. Thank you.